What's going on, everyone? We're in Las Vegas.
Yo, yo, yo.
We are back. It feels like it's been a little bit of a hiatus.
A little bit. Just a lot's gone on.
Yeah.
It hasn't been that long since we've done a show,
That's
but
true.
a lot's been gone on since then. We are, we're here in Las Vegas at the Ultimate Contest weekend.
We are.
And the Las Vegas Fantasy Championships, which Steph just drafted in.
I did just draft in it. I don't know that I want to talk about it, but I think we're going to have to.
No, you have to talk about it.
I know.
You're just embarrassed. That's it.
It's really bad. It got... I made a mistake. I messed up. But it was fun.
Okay, so you messed up. Well, tell us what it was. It was the women of fantasy.
Yes.
Not the women of your fantasies, but just women of fantasy football.
Yes.
And who are some of the people in there that you're going up against?
So Lindsay Rhodes, Jennifer, which I learned how to pronounce her name, Pachenti. Maddie Kroll was on a plane. Shout out Maddie. She did it from the plane in the air. You had Sam Holt, tons, like some of the biggest names. Kelly Singh, she did it from her bed. Shout out to Kelly.
She did it from her bed?
She did because she just had surgery. She has breast cancer.
Oh, wow.
So she just had surgery. Yes, amazing. So it was tense. I mean, I was in a high stake league with Lindsay last year, and I hate drafting against her because she's so freaking sharp. So
yeah,
it sucks.
You said the draft went a little different than you expected, though. Like, what were some of the curveballs that people drafted, or what threw you off?
It did. Wide receivers went so fast at the end. I mean, we'll start from the bottom. I was picking from my last wide receiver drafted was Sterling Shepard. I mean, who else went down there? Allen Robinson. We got Mecole Hardman. Chase Claypool actually went undrafted. But I feel like normally when I hate my draft, it ends up being better than expected.
Why is that? Why do you think that? Oh, do you want to just read off your team for everybody?
We could do it, but also please do not grill me too hard.
You on me or the people on
me? Yeah. Both of you, everyone,
okay.
Anyone that sees this draft, do not grill me. It's going to be okay.
We should set it up. But Steph was very out of sorts this morning.
I was.
She broke her computer.
I did.
But it was not your fault, you claim.
I mean, I didn't break my computer on purpose. It just happened. I was listening to Big Booty Mix. The big booty was
got too big.
It was too big. It was too big. And then got down here, opened it up. It was cracked. We went to Apple. They couldn't take us. So I didn't have my computer. So I drafted off of Ryan's like mini
iPad mini.
Yeah. Very mini. It's very small.
Did my best. Sorry. Yeah.
I tried to manifest my computer working. It didn't work. Yeah, very. Haha. But
okay.
Yeah.
Here you go.
All right, we'll go through my draft now. You'll know right off the bat after the second pick where I went wrong. A little distracted, but it's fine. Jamar Chase, second overall. It's all right. That's a great pick.
Great start.
Yes. Okay.
All right, we're on
so everyone mute your computers, mute whatever you're listening to.
Okay, everybody stop listening now, but don't leave the stream.
And then I drafted T. Higgins.
T. Higgins
is on the same
in the second round on the same
team as Jamar Chase. But we're gonna ignore that. But it gets worse. Don't worry, it gets worse.
Okay,
it's gonna get worse.
Gonna keep going downhill.
And then we got Josh Jacobs. Not great. Could be better.
Really? I feel like that's good in the third round. No,
unless he doesn't play.
Wait, the reports are saying that everybody thinks he's gonna play now.
Yeah, the reports are probably more positive than they should be, but we'll see. He's been bratty in the past, so I don't know. It's kind of ugly.
We have a special guest.
We do.
He was just coming from another stream, so we couldn't get him on here right away.
It's really bad. It's really bad. Yeah. Why don't you introduce yourself first so that
who is this? Who is this coming on our stream?
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Tate Sack. I am friends with Stephie through football on Twitter. We started talking when she was drafting her Scott Fishbowl team,
and everyone hated it, and you liked it though.
I liked the team. Maybe because I helped with a couple picks, but so I was biased there. But I did like the team that you ended up picking. So
and he is definitely my favorite analytic bro. So
okay, so he's a big numbers nerd. So he's gonna look at this from a different angle that we will definitely look at.
He's not gonna love it. I'll go through it again.
Okay.
Well, we can ignore the first two picks, but they are on the same team. So I went Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Kind of not sure why
I think
that
you
happened.
got so used to best ball drafts.
I did.
Where stacking is a big thing.
I freaked out. See, he's making me feel better already. He's making me feel better already. When Josh Jacobs, a little bit risky, but at that point, I was like that. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Christian Watson, don't know how I feel about that, but wide receivers are just coming off the board so quick.
I love Christian Watson this year from a fantasy perspective because, I mean, 7th in yards per out run last year.
Right.
Like, it was low sample size, but he was really efficient. Right. And like the offense is going to run through him this year. It's a whole offseason of preparing for him to be wide receiver 1. So I've been drafting a lot of him this year for sure.
Okay, see, I already feel better. Darren Waller, can't complain about that, right? Not bad. J.K. Dobbins, where are you at with J.K. Dobbins? Because everyone was like so quiet when I made that pick. Like I didn't think it was as bad as it everyone made it out to seem. You don't like him? Okay, he doesn't like it either.
I'm iffy about Dobbins. It's hard to by someone in the Ravens backfield. And they've showed that they're going to pass the ball this year, and Lamar takes up such a big portion. But I think the upside is there for sure.
Maybe you'll feel better that I took Gus way later. So I was like, between the two of them, we'll figure it out. I took Jahan Dotson next.
Yes, I love that.
I like Jahan Dotson.
All right, we're back on.
I felt like he was the only one that was left with like the most upside. Like Gabe Davis and Pittman went before Jahan Dotson. So I felt like that was a good pick. And then I knew Daniel Jones wasn't going to come back to me, so I took Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Oh, I think Daniel Jones is my highest exposure quarterback this year. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think we've talked about this before, but people don't realize how much he runs. Like he's
so athletic.
Be top 5 in rush attempts, rush yards this year, and we know how big that is for fantasy. Plus, you throw Darren Waller in there, so I think I really like Daniel Jones this year from like especially getting him in. What round was this? The 8th round? Yeah. I think that's like about good value.
So when is please tell me that the Bengals bye week isn't the same as the
I think I thought that much through.
Giants.
No, it's not. They're week 7. Giants are 13, but there is quite a few week 13 players on my team. But we're gonna ignore that. Is what we're gonna.
We're ignoring the bye weeks.
Yeah,
for
we're
now.
ignoring the bye weeks. Okay, and then not sure. We haven't talked about this player yet, but Zach Charbonnet. I felt like with the running backs that were left, I kind of had to go for upside. I kind of regret not taking Gibson. Where are you at with him?
Yeah, I probably would have leaned Gibson as
I know.
Well. Again, it's like Seattle's, at least Gibson, he's going to get at least like 40-50% of the rushing share.
Damn it.
With Charbonnet. I don't know who's going to be the main ball carrier in Seattle. So, but yeah, I mean, that rookie running backs are always like interesting to take because like that's kind of when we see them peak. So like maybe they lean a lot into like his efficiency, but it's tough to read that situation.
I feel like last year I think I won the most leagues I've ever won, like playing fantasy in my entire fantasy career because I had Walker and he was so good last year that I was like, let's just run it back with the new. We'll run it back. Okay, I did take Kadarius Toney.
The 4 games he's gonna play.
Yeah. He's gonna go off. Exactly. I'm like, you guys watch those 3 games that this guy plays. They're all screwed. Whoever plays me those 3 weeks, they're screwed. And then Warren on Steelers. Where are you at? Because I don't love him. These are like players I don't like.
That's the thing that sucks about fantasy is like Jaylen Warren is a better running back than Najee Harris. I think at this point, like he's a more efficient rusher and he catches the ball well. But like because of the rushing share that Najee's going to get, I don't know. But like if Najee goes down, I think Warren could be a league winner. Like I seriously think so. Yeah.
We don't predict injuries on this show, but I was thinking in that potential case.
Or he gets benched for poor performance or something. And
oh man, I didn't even know I drafted Rashawn Johnson, but I did. So I don't love that pick at all. It's probably my least favorite pick. Where are you at with him?
Yeah, again, that's another running back where it's hard to read the backfield. Yeah,
this is the worst draft I've ever done. Oh my god, no, it's bad. What Paris Campbell?
That's
someone
fine.
took Isaiah Hodgins. I think Lindsay did. I feel like Paris is going to be like a start of the year type guy. Wandell is probably going to come back. Again, we don't predict injuries, but Paris Campbell has not proven to us that he can stay totally healthy. So I thought it was an okay pick. Juwan Johnson is a tight end that I love this year.
Oh, I love him. Yeah.
So he kept falling. Honestly, though, you know who went really late was Greg Dulcich went like all the way at the end.
Oh, yeah.
The girls hate Greg Dulcich. Apparently. I don't know why. Then took Gus Edwards. I took Downs, wide receiver, Colts. Where are you at with him?
Yeah, I think the Colts receiver room is getting kind of thin past Pittman. So between him and Pierce, like I think they should spread out the receptions pretty nicely. So I like buying low on him for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that's fine. And then with the Colts, where are you at with them? Because I think there's a chance that they are like one of the worst teams in the league, right? Like
Yeah.
there's a high chance that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what they expect with
Yeah.
Richardson's year one. Like that's you don't like it would be a big surprise if they were good.
Right.
It's a transition year for them for sure.
Right. And I couldn't let Derek Carr keep falling. Prince, Kansas City was a panic pick. There was nothing left. We're gonna ignore that. Sterling Shepard. So I took another Giants wide receiver. I feel like when Paris goes down, we just stick Sterling in there. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And then Steelers D. It's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite. Lindsay and Jen had really good drafts. Where's Lindsay at? I complained about the 5 spot. She had the 6 spot. Tyreek Hill, Devontae Smith, Mahomes, Hopkins, Hawkinson, Sanders, Kamara, Herbert, Sky Moore. Jeez.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She rocked us.
She stacked.
She rocked us.
I mean, I at least like I think the thing is you had the right thought process starting receiver.
Yeah, but I picked the wrong one.
Yeah,
I mean, but who would I have picked is the thing.
Oh, that's a good
I couldn't.
one.
I could. What was it gonna do?
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess like DK.
It's too early for
Metcalf
DK. I feel like.
Was there 3rd round reversal in this draft? Oh, okay, yeah.
No.
So yeah,
I was in a bad spot.
It would have been. Yeah, it would have been a little bit of a reach for DK, but the good news is most Bengals touchdowns from Joe Burrow should be one of your receivers.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just it'll be taken away from the other receiver.
Tate, who would you have picked if you had taken Chase at the number 2 spot? Like seeing who was left on the board, you would have had Hurts, Chubb, Metcalf.
Chubb was probably the pick there.
I would have taken Chubb there, and then I still love Watson in the 4th round, and then maybe I probably would have gotten another receiver.
Yeah.
I
probably should have taken Metcalf. I should have gotten Chubb, Metcalf, and then the rest of it would have been fine.
Yeah.
So I kind of screwed myself there, but that's all right. Before I let you jump off of here, who are like 2 of your favorite sleepers for this year?
Ooh, this is good.
Oh yeah, okay.
Get out your pens and papers, people.
Right.
Here we go.
From quarterback, I have this bad obsession with taking Sam Howell.
Yeah.
He
went so early in this draft. He went before Richardson.
Oh, okay, so that's
Goff.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray.
Because he's been like
Aaron
QB
Rodgers.
like 22 to 26 the whole summer.
Yeah.
I think that preseason game against the Ravens might have bumped him up
probably
a decent amount in the board. So maybe you're not going to get you're not going to get as much value there. And then this is someone Lindsay and I were talking about before, but 18th round of your draft, you can get this Rams receiver, Puka Nacua.
I almost took him. He went in. So he went. I was going to take him. Richie James went, and then I took Josh Downs.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I love. Well, so Puka went early in this draft.
Yeah, he 16th, did. I think it was Lindsay, wasn't it? No, it was Linda. Actually,
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Rams have to pass to someone.
They got to do something.
Like Cooper Kupp's going to get 30% target share.
Yeah.
Higbee will get his fair share. Van Jefferson's okay.
Yeah.
Tutu Atwell doesn't play that much because of size.
Yeah.
So like I think some targets are going to go to Puka Nacua. So I mean that's like a deep sleeper.
I feel like people don't realize too. Stenson, like Ben, he can still like air the ball. If Stafford were to go down, like things would be okay.
That's true. Yeah, no, I'm with you in that sense. Like I think that could be interesting. But I mean, I love taking those like workhorse running backs that like aren't not in efficient offenses this year, like Dameon Pierce, Rashad White, and Miles Sanders, and like they're gonna get like a lot of rushes and like volume is king, and like it might not be many touchdowns, but like you go receiver early and take those guys, and I think you'll be set.
People are really low on Dameon Pierce. Do you think that's because of Singletary?
Yeah, but I still think Pierce
he's a better running back.
He's a better running back, and he's younger.
He's carrying this cloud from even when he was in college. Like people have just had such a negative like opinion about him, but he's such a good running back. I do not understand. Thanks so much for coming on. Tell everyone where they can find you.
Do you mind if ask one question before?
Oh,
how much does Courtland Sutton's value get bumped up with the latest Jerry Judy news?
Yeah, I mean Sutton's value gets bumped up, but I think Marvin Mims is probably the biggest gainer from if Jerry Judy were to miss time. It was a good prospect coming out, and then has had pretty good reports coming out of camp, and like all of a sudden there's an open spot at receiver, and we know Sean Payton can scheme up that position well. So
absolutely.
I could see that being a big thing.
Okay, I'm lying. I'm not going to get you out of here because I have to ask you a question.
No, I can stay as long as we
cool.
need to.
So I have a question because Greg Dulcich fell, and I think that's obviously because they brought Troutman over, who I think is very much a blocking tight end. I don't know that I'm worried about him with Dulcich. Are you worried about that? Especially with Judy going down too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think again, like the Judy news changes things here where
right.
Dulcich starts to become a little bit more valuable than probably he was earlier in the summer, Sean Payton, like his specialty in New Orleans, especially Drew Brees' last couple of years, was the tight end screen game.
Oh yeah,
he schemed that up so well. So if that's all going to Dulcich, like he could be a pretty big fantasy threat this year.
Yeah, and Dulcich was really underrated. I talked to him at the Senior Bowl, and then started watching more film on him, and I was like, this guy can fucking play football. Like he's he's awesome. You're a Lions fan, correct? Am I incorrect?
Yeah.
Okay, I live in Michigan, so I'm surrounded by. You live in Michigan too.
Yes, I live in Michigan. Yeah.
Where are you at with the Lions this year?
We were talking about this earlier. Cautiously optimistic for now.
Is this the most optimistic you've been in your lifetime? Because you're a young man.
So the most optimistic I was 2019. The Lions started out 3-3-1. Stafford went out for the year, but like Kenny Golladay looked like a superstar. You remember Kenny Golladay, the corpse of Kenny Golladay, right?
I remember Kenny Golladay. Unfortunately, I do. Yeah.
And so going into the 2020 season, we're like, wow, we're gonna get a healthy Stafford back. Yeah. We're gonna get Kenny Golladay like still playing an all-pro level. Yeah. Our defense is upgraded, all that stuff. They ended up winning 3 games. Yeah. I met Steve Young in California that year at like my cousin's grad party. He just happened to be there. Okay. And I told Steve Young, I'm like, don't sleep on the Lions this year. When you go on ESPN, like mention that the Lions are going to be good. And they won 3 games. And I was so embarrassed that happened to me.
You did your best. Yeah. How many games do they win this year?
I think they're going to go 9-8 this year.
9-8. I think that's fair.
Gives them like a 50-50 shot to win the division probably.
Okay. Who do you think's winning the division then?
Well, if I had to pick one team, I think I would pick the Lions to win it.
Would.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think that people are a little bit too low on the Vikings. Where I know that their defense stinks, and I recognize that. I think also Flores coming in. Yeah. You have a ton of these really young weapons that he can kind of mold into his own. I don't think it could quite possibly be worse than last year.
Yeah, I mean, Flores is one of the bigger upgrades at a coordinator position in the league this year. Yeah. It's going to be a big scheme change because they're going to go heavy blitz. Yeah. And like, I don't know if they have the corners that can be left on the island yet, but by like week 8, I could see a scenario where we're like, oh, the Vikings defense is really coming around here. Yeah. And when Hawkinson got traded to them last year, like their offense was a lot better, especially the passing game. You draft Jordan Addison. So I could see a path where the Vikings, if the Lions don't win it, I think it would be the Vikings.
Yeah, I agree. And then with Green Bay too, like where are you at with Jordan Love? Because I feel like people are a little bit too high on him. Like we haven't seen much out of him.
Yeah. I think like
they're ready for Brett Favre to come out because it's Jordan, like because it's the Packers.
Well, they don't know what it's like to play a full season with below average quarterback play. Like they haven't seen it in a long time. I think Jordan Love is like, I'm not saying he's like the best, but like what I mean by most important is like he could change the entire way that we see the NFC. If he's a top 10 quarterback, the Packers are probably win the division. They're playing in the divisional round, but if he's a bottom 5 quarterback, the Packers are in a complete rebuild, right?
Spot, yeah.
So what are the odds that he is a top 10 quarterback? It's got to be kind of a long shot.
Yeah, no, I think it's a decent long shot, but like I think you can see kind of the path for it. Matt LaFleur is a pretty good play caller. Christian Watson's awesome, like we talked about earlier. Yeah. And then they just have like so many young pieces on offense. Like
Musgrave and I really I like what they're gonna do on defense too. There was a lot of those rookies that they drafted, not this draft before. Like I think they're in a good spot where if those guys start taking a step forward, there is a path for them to be like nothing bad.
Yeah. I think they're like a wide tail team. Like if you were betting, you would bet them like to win the NFC, but also they're like alternate win total under like 6.5 wins or something, right? Like take advantage of like the huge range of outcomes.
Right. Jordan Love's passing touchdown, I think it's at 21.5. Would you take the over?
Ooh, that's good,
that's a smart number, isn't it? Number, I know it's a tough number because that's what they're doing.
I'll probably lean under.
Yeah, slightly, you will. Yeah, okay, I think so too. Under. I think if I were to do, I mean, I could see 22, but then I'm like, I don't know. I think it's just that division. Where are you at with the Bears?
I mean, I think their offense is gonna be okay, and like Fields and DJ Moore are gonna grind to put out a good product. Their defensive line, though, is like, I don't even know who some of these guys are.
Someone named the first person in the room to name someone on the Bears defensive line wins something. I don't know what, but you can't do it, so it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, they could get if you can name like 3 Bears defensive linemen, you can get a free entry into the Circa.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll pay for it myself. There's no way. Yeah, absolutely not. What team do you think finishes with the worst record this year?
I mean,
if it's not the Cardinals.
Yeah, basic answer. The basic answer
Check
is
out my new Cardinals
is the
hat.
Cardinals.
people.
Sorry,
Yeah,
by the way,
look at that.
producer Ryan is a Cardinals
Sad.
fan, so
I mean,
Unfortunately,
you guys
Caleb
just gave us
Williams, or you
Isaiah
trade the pick.
Simmons too. I totally
Yeah.
for Isaiah Simmons for a 7th round pick.
I don't know what is going on.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think they know. But
I
what
think
were
they
you
just
saying?
got
Sorry.
Dobbs for like
Yeah.
a.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not pretty. It's not gonna be pretty over
pretty.
there. It might be better than people are expecting. It depends when Kyler comes back.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think that's a big piece of it. What about the Houston Texans?
I think the Texans.
Because I think they're gonna be better than people think.
Yeah, I'm with you.
They're gonna be feisty.
I think the Texans are okay this year. Actually, like Stroud, I mean, he has a high floor,
Yeah.
so he should give you okay quarterback play.
Yeah.
And then I like Dalton Schultz a lot. I mean, going back to fantasy,
Yeah,
like I've been drafting him
absolutely. Yeah.
decent amount. And then their defense has some nice pieces. You throw D'Amico
Yeah,
Ryans in there
yeah.
to scheme it
That's
up.
what
Like
I
I could talk myself into the Texans winning like
Right.
7 games
Yeah.
and making some progress.
And that's where we lose all of our money.
Yeah.
But they last year they were great against the spread. They're just a really feisty team. And I feel like they made a lot of moves to show that they're kind of in the mood to win now, not later. Like they're not as much looking in the future. They added a bunch of pieces, added to that O-line. God, who is it? Who did they take from the Bucks? Who went over there from the Bucks? I can't think of his name. God. It was a long day. I had a couple high noons during the draft, so I can't think of his name. But I think that the Texans are in a good spot to win a couple more. Like I see myself betting on them more than I probably should be, right? What about Nico Collins?
Oh, I mean, I hope Nico Collins is good. I had fun watching him in college. And I think he could be okay. I know everyone's excited about Tank Dell and like for good reason. Like
really
he looks fast, but he's small, he's a little underweight. So I could see some of the receptions feeding through Nico Collins for sure.
Absolutely.
So where Nico Collins is going in drafts is about fair.
I can tell you where he went in this one. He probably went. He kind of went
Like
a little
in
bit
like
early.
the 10th round ish.
See where he Q for quite a while. Where is he at? Probably went. Did he go before? Nico Collins. He went about the he fell like 10th round, 11th round.
Yeah, that's about where he.
Yeah, that's about right.
is.
Yeah, that's a
Fair.
pretty
Yeah.
fair spot for him.
I don't like taking Robert Woods though from the Texans because like
know.
he looks so washed. Like I
feel
remember
like we've
like
seen that already
Yeah.
too. We know that about
Mhm.
him, but people can't get enough for some
yeah,
reason.
I don't know why. It's weird.
It's weird. What player do you think people are valuing way too high this year in fantasy?
Oh, that's
There's a good one.
yeah, that's a great question.
Thank you.
No.
if I
Good job. Let's stop
look
it.
at
Thank you so much. Why don't you look at this draft and
Crazy.
tell me
yeah,
what
if I look at
we're gonna
the
be? Don't say anyone on my team. Okay,
list
you're
here.
supposed to be on my side.
Yeah, avoid her team.
people, someone that like I've avoided a lot is Garrett Wilson because
Okay,
Ooh,
interesting.
Garrett Wilson.
I think the Jets' offensive line is like a real
It's
problem.
so bad.
Mhm.
No one is talking about
Yeah.
it. Like before I started the show, the one thing that was pinned on my profile was like nothing but the
Yeah.
if the O line stinks, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Like it's so important, and I think their O line is going to be a serious issue, and people are not looking
It's
at
gonna
that.
be bad. Yeah, and then you have Corey Davis retire yesterday.
Yeah.
So now it's like more attention on Garrett Wilson from the defense, and like I think the Jets will be fine. Their defense is awesome. You know, Rodgers an upgrade, but like I don't know if their supporting cast this year is substantially better than what the Packers was last year for Rodgers.
I agree.
So that worries me a little bit.
Yeah, and you
about
saw
Wilson,
how
yeah.
he was like even with that O line, like there was issues over there. I
Mhm.
think that I don't want the Jets to go to the Super Bowl. I just don't want it to happen. There are roommates at MetLife. So we're like, are you taking Garrett Wilson at all? Or are you fading him?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't taken him much at all this year just because he's usually goes, at the end of the second round, and like if he fell to me end of third round, like I guess
That's
just for the ADP value alone, I would probably pull the trigger, but I've been avoiding him in most of drafts that I've been doing this year so far. Yeah.
Okay. I'll actually let you get out of here because I said that 20 minutes ago. But do you find yourself like rookie wise drafting a lot of outside of Bijan and Gibbs?
Oh yeah, rookie wise, I've been drafting your guy Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's not sucking up either. He means
Yeah.
it.
I heard from some people in the league that they saw him higher than what he ended up being drafted as, and then like the explosiveness is there. Like I could see there being 4 weeks where Jalen Hyatt has like a 40-yard touchdown, and like especially for best ball, that's great. But like even for redraft, like you put Hyatt in the right week and like he wins you your matchup, right? So I've been taking a lot of him for sure this year. I like him a lot.
Absolutely. Oh my God, you're the best. I'll have to get you on. Your booth is right next to us, so maybe we'll get you on tomorrow. Why don't you let everyone know where they can find you on Twitter? His stuff is amazing. Please go follow him. If you follow me, you should be following him.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that. You can follow me on Twitter, TEJFB Analytics, so Tage FB Analytics. And I mean, I just have to say, like, what you guys are doing here. I mean, we've been talking the whole day, but like, right when you put out your YouTube channel, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely subscribing to this. Watched the first show, the Sunday of the British Open, and loved it, and thought it was really well produced and really well put together. So,
thank you.
So. Yeah. So I mean, I think like everything that you're doing and like your fans love you, and it's really exciting to see you guys kind of do this on your own, and definitely rooting for you.
Oh, I appreciate you so much. Thanks so much for coming on. Be sure to follow him, please. And we'll get out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break, and we'll be back with another show soon. We're gonna do it.
I need a high noon break.
We're gonna do at least one more show today. So stay tuned.